Going over the translation for Aeneid Book 1, lines 544 to 568. We'll start off with the king to us was Aeneas. This nobis is dative of possession, saying we had King Aeneas. Aeneas was our king is probably the best way to do it. This quo here, ablative of comparison and a relative pronoun. The ablative of comparison means we're going to say than whom. So it's going to be than whom no other guy was more just or more fair in devotion, nor greater in arms and war, or war and arms. We take the Latin word order. Down here, this quem is a linking qui. So if the fates preserve this man, if he feeds or eats up the breezes of the air, breezes of the sky, this aura is going to be ablative because Westgore takes the ablative case. And he does not yet lie, meaning lie dead, in the cruel shadows, shadows being the shadows of the underworld. Non metus, there is no fear. This, we could, with this no fear thing, we could either supply a nobis, which would kind of be obvious. We have no fear. If Aeneas is alive, we're not afraid. It could also mean you should have no fear. What's coming up next is he's going to have some veiled threats for Dido. So it might be, oh, you have no fear, Aeneas will get you if he's still alive. But that's a matter of interpretation. Painiteat, one of those impersonal verbs of feeling. Let you not feel sorry. Let it not pain you, I guess. The te it becomes our subject here. Let it not pain you to have striven or to have striven first, to have competed first or earlier in kind acts. So, hey Dido, don't be sorry, don't be ashamed of being the first to show kindness in this race to show kindness. There are both cities and arms in the Sicilian regions, and famous Acestes from Trojan blood. So what he's saying here is, hey, we also have allies. So we could go, we can go back to Acestes and he can vouch for us, or he can possibly come and avenge us or something like, if you don't treat us right, something like that. Let it be allowed for us, we're going to put a nobis in here, let it be allowed for us to lead up our fleet, shaken by the winds, meaning, and to lead it up, meaning lead it up into the land so we can repair the ships, and to make suitable the planks, or trim the planks of the woods. That means, make boards out of the trees to repair the ships. And to strip the oars. It means to trim the oars. So basically, they're trimming the branches into oars. If it is given, again, we're going to put a nobis in here. If it is given or granted to us to stretch to Italy, to reach Italy with our allies, this is an ablative absolute here, with our allies and king received. Here it's saying, let it be allowed for us to do all this stuff. Then we're going to jump down to this ut, so that we may happily seek Italy and Latium, if, now we're going to do the if part, if it is granted to us to reach Italy with our allies and king received. So this Socies part here, this is an ablative absolute. Socies technically doesn't agree with recepto, but by that thing we call attraction, recepto agrees with the rege and is applied to the whole thing. But if, sine, but if, we're going to supply an est in here with absumpta, if our safety is consumed and the Libyan Sea has you, O best father of the Trojans. Best father of the Trojans refers to Aeneas, and this is an apostrophe to Aeneas. And if the sea has him, basically if you've drowned. And hope, the neck yam no longer remains for Iulus, or the hope of Iulus no longer remains. Yet, at least let us seek the straits of Sicily and the prepared seats or prepared homes from which, or whence, we've got to put a sumus with advecti, whence we were carried here, and let us seek King Acestes. So at least let us repair our ships and go back to Sicily, where we know we have a friend with Acestes. So we're going to supply a bunch here. Ilioneus spoke with such words. So we're going to put a words in here, and we need to put a verb spoke. Ilioneus said such things. They all together roared. Dardanii goes with Cuncti. All the Dardanians, all the Trojans roared with their mouths together. Roared basically are shouting assent. They're shouting agreement. Then, briefly, Dido this is a vultum right here, should be a U, with her face lowered. Now this thing right here, this is a middle voice, having been lowered as to her face. So you could translate it as an ablative absolute with her face lowered, or having lowered her face. You could make the missa active if you want. But in any case, with her face lowered, she spoke. Loosen, solvite, loosen the fear from your heart, Trojans. Store away your concerns. The harsh matters, the harsh events, and the newness of the kingdom forced me to heap up, to construct such things, essentially. So I'm kind of new at this, so being a rookie, I had to be careful, and forced me to guard to guard my borders widely with a guard, guarding my borders with a guard. Nesciat is the verb. You got a couple of quizzes here with an anaphora. So who would notice that Nesciat is subjunctive? Who would not know about the race of Aeneas or the clan of Aeneas? Who would not know about the city of Troy and the virtues, and both the virtues and the men, or the fires of such a great war? And fires, by extension, could be disasters. We Phoenicians do not have, Gastamus maybe have, hearts so dull, dark, uncultured, nor does Sol, God of the sun, or the personification of the sun, join his horses, meaning the horses of the chariot that he uses to go across the sky. Nor does Sol join his horses so Aversus, so turned away, so far away from the Tyrian city, meaning so far away from Carthage. And there you go.